We're in a transitional phase. The whole planet is now looking at how we can tackle climate change and the climate emergency. I'm a father of 3 children, so I've got to think about what's the legacy going to be like for them as they grow up. And I wanted to be part of that and build a bit of a legacy and help the transition and move forward. Any problem that you have requires a different form of thinking about it. If you go back 3, 4, 5 years, that's when we first came up with the patents for our microgrid technology. At that particular time, EVs were a little bit of a laughingstock in terms of range anxiety and those types of issues.
I came from one of those countries you call the developing countries. I've always wanted a company with a vision that's not only tailored to the very large organization, and the technology that Entrust Microgrid has in the marketplace is a technology that could be adapted to everyday people, even the large corporations as well.
As Entrust Microgrid, we believe our smart microgrid solutions will be the go-to solution for the energy transition. A really good way of reducing your energy costs, but also reducing your carbon impact, is by having solar PV on your house, but also by having battery storage as well, because that means when the sun isn't shining, you can make use of the energy that you've stored from your solar PV. Now, what our technology does is it seamlessly switches between the solar, the battery, the grid instantly, and it automatically, in a smart way, understands the patterns of behaviour, the demands that's being placed on it to give you the best, most efficient form of electricity and reduce your costs.
We have a very unique solution called the EnSmart controller, and that takes data from them, and those data are sent to our back office platform, and from there we could see every individual installations that we have, and if there's any issue we could easily attend to that.
If we suddenly all transition to EVs, which are zero emission, the grid won't be able to cope. So our technology enables EV infrastructure to get into place in a way that balances out demands on the grid. And it does EV charging in places where the grid can't cope with EVs.
You could have an idea, if you don't have the funding to even start testing your idea, it could die with you. And that's where the Sustainable Innovation Fund really came into play.
Well, the Sustainable Innovation Fund has been critical to us as a business. It's enabled us to bring forward a real-world demonstrator of our EnSmart EV technology to show how a microgrid with solar PV, battery storage and also grid connection can really help customers in the future. KTN have been really helpful to us in more than one area, with the original application in terms of framing the application in a way that the assessors could understand, and then secondly in putting on events to showcase our technology to potential customers out there. And the timing has been great because it's starting to see a real take-up of EVs.
The future is driving towards the net zero, decarbonization and all that. And we've put together a technology that's going to withstand whatever changes dare to come in the future.
We are pathfinders, we're creating something new here. We very much see it as a catalyst for enabling people to be part of the energy revolution and this transition to renewables.